What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the 506 Hip Hop Podcast. My name is Lucas. This is my boy.
SMAK Shade.
And we're back with another episode of the Quarantine Podcast, just coming at you daily with what's going on in the world, what's going on in our lives, and what's going on in hip-hop culture. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to SMAK, and he's going to introduce our very important guest today. So SMAK, what's up?
Yo, guys, I'd just like to introduce our guest today. Is a well-known producer. He has worked with artists like Chainz, Gucci Mane, Starlito, Don Trip, Yo Gotti, Bagg, Yo, 8 Ball, and MJG, and many more. I found out about him listening to one of my favorite artists, Don Trip. His tag says, "Beat those drums," and he's all about a kitchen on fire. So our guest today is none other than Mr. Chefry Kitchen. How you doing, man?
Chefry Kitchen, let's go.
Yeah.
We need the air horn, bro. We got to get the air horn.
Hell yeah, man. What's going on, fellas?
Oh, we chilling.
What's going on?
Chilling, smoking.
Nice.
It's
Hey,
was just
quarantining, man. You
yeah,
hear me?
it was
Locked
just
in.
snowing up here a little bit.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking damn near fucking almost May.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's not snowing that much, though. It's just like a little bit.
We're honestly
Okay,
getting ready
okay.
for our huge flood. Our city has a big flood every year from when the snow melts.
Yeah.
And last year it was
Everything
like,
gets fucked up.
oh man, last year it was horrible. Where I was living, the basement was fucking full of water, bro. Like it was
Damn,
like 6
that's
feet.
crazy.
It was like 6 feet of water under there, man.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
man.
crazy.
That's
as fuck.
like, yeah. One of the places I played poker at, it was completely flooded out. Like, my boy lost a bunch of shit in his deep freezer and fucking
Boy.
it fucked up all his walls and shit. So
Yeah, it's crazy. Too
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but anyways, enough about that stuff, man. Let's just get into you, buddy, and see what's going on. You say your music. You were brought up in like a musical family, eh?
Most definitely. My pops, he played the bass, and my mom, she sang. They used to be in two different groups, and you know what I'm saying. They still do music to this day.
Crazy.
okay.
Yeah. So
They
you know,
on
that's how I
Spotify?
brought up. I started. No, not yet. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? They do like they're more like a cover band right now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I think they done did original stuff in the past, but right now they doing like cover band stuff.
What kind of music? Like, what kind of cover band stuff?
Man, everything, mostly like blues and like maybe the 70s, shit from the 70s and shit, like, you know, Earth, Wind and Fire, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
all the way to like In Vogue to, you know, some current stuff today, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of the older stuff like Isley Brothers, OJ's,
All the classics.
Even the women from back in the day, Diana Ross songs, all type of shit like that.
I got a question for you
sir.
about an old music. One song that I listen to that I know is old is like the Gap Band, "Outstanding."
Yep, they do that. They do that song for sure.
No
for
way.
Sure.
That song is like, I don't know, man. I heard that song on Joe Budden's podcast.
It's outstanding.
Yeah,
like
it's amazing.
That's a musical masterpiece.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Chef, are you playing any instruments?
I play drums and you know, I dibble and dabble on the keys a little bit, but not anything other than that. You know what I'm saying? I wish when I was coming up, I did. You know what I'm saying? Because my pops, he wanted to teach me how to play bass, but I wasn't really interested. I wanted to play the drums.
Yeah, the advantage, I guess, is that like when you learn an instrument, you can kind of like translate into other genres and make it so you can interpolate other like styles of music into your own.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly. That's real musicians. They can do that shit. Like, you know, when you play real musical instruments, like fluently.
So when you make beats, you do it on the computer, or do you use like an actual like MIDI keyboard?
Okay, so I have several MIDI keyboards, but I'm computer based now, like software based. Like I come from the analog days, you know what I'm saying? Like MPC 2000, 4000, 3000, the 5000, all this shit, 2500s. But now I use the MPC Studio, so that's what I'm working on now. But I'm software based right now. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, what programs do you make beats in? What do you use? FL, Ableton?
I use the software. It's called MPC. MPC has their own software called MPC, which is just
Okay.
the equivalent to Ableton and Fruity Loops and shit. But I fuck off on Fruity Loops a little bit. One of my partners that's on the team that I just signed, one of my producer on my team, DT the Kid. He that's what he work in Fruity Loops. So he been showing
That's
me.
why.
He been showing me the ropes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking off. FL got some dope shit in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's what like everybody used. Like, it started out as kind of a joke because
yeah.
it was like almost like it was so low end. It was almost like
Right.
a garage band, but
Mm-hmm.
now everybody uses it. You know what I mean? Now like platinum 4 times platinum hits are made on that shit. So
Straight up, you know what I'm saying? Industry standard for beat makers on really.
Well, it had the because of Soldier Boy, right? Was that originally?
Yeah,
Because,
it was around
and,
that.
and,
Around
and do you
that
know?
time,
Do you know
pretty
what though? Like in my opinion, Soldier Boy doesn't get the credit he deserves, man. Because like of what he did, man. Being from, you know what I mean?
he's a pioneer.
Bro,
He's a pioneer
Batesville,
I would say,
Mississippi,
of
bro.
internet
He was
marketing.
down in Batesville, Mississippi on his little laptop, or his little, it wasn't even a laptop, and he downloaded Fruity Loops, and he made that song, bro. Made a little dance and put it up on YouTube. Like, he was the first rapper on YouTube. It's crazy.
Yeah, sure. Hey, crazy. So a lot of people know it, some people might, but I think with Soldier Boys, a lot of the stuff afterwards they overshadowed that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
yeah, because he was young. Man, he came into the game at 17
He's
years
super
old,
young.
got $1 million check at 17 years
Come
old,
on.
and I mean, what would you do? He didn't know, like, the world's at your
You know-
fingertips. You can pretty much do whatever you want and have a bunch of yes men around
Yeah,
you and fucking.
and that's what a nigga did. Nigga had a bunch of yes men around, and you know what I'm saying.
And
But
he-
yeah, Soldier Boy, he a goat, goddamn it, on this shit.
Of course,
Like,
in my opinion,
like-
yes.
Like the whole generation like started after he started some shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then they
Yeah,
missed
I
the
don't think
internet.
I don't think that Soldier Boy did much for hip hop as far as actual like music goes. Like I don't think that he like really like
No.
he didn't, but he reinvented and elevated internet marketing like,
Most definitely.
on how people consume music.
Right, and how you can kind of control that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly, and be your own boss.
yeah, like,
Independent.
yeah, hell yeah, for real. Shout out to Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy actually just like stays taking like small to medium sized wins though. Like he'll like think of like the ringtone era. Like he did like the ringtones.
Bro.
It was a short lived period. It's something that didn't last long, but he managed to go in and get maximum
and
value
He
out of
got
it.
that bag.
Yeah, while it was getting, he got it while the getting was good. You feel me?
Good, yeah.
Right.
Straight
Exactly.
up. Hell yeah.
And you know what's
And then he just go ahead.
It was just funny too. Like, well, a couple years ago when he went up on the Breakfast Club and he had that console, and everybody was like,
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
everybody
Yeah.
was mad. It was like they're not supporting this guy and they're saying it's a fraud and stuff. But it's like, bro, this is the first time this has ever been done. All these games put on this console, and you're gonna fucking hate on him, like.
Yeah. Well, and he ended up selling a bunch of them anyways.
Yeah.
He said that because people were like, "Oh, we got like it's like a ripoff and a scam," but
Yep.
come to find out, he was just had so many. He didn't think it was gonna do that well, so he just didn't have the orders ready.
That's what it was. Exactly.
He was too busy.
Right.
It's like you know what I mean. That's like the best. That's the best problem a young entrepreneur can have is I'm too busy.
I have too many orders.
I'm gonna make too much money. I need to hurry up. Like
Right, exactly.
crazy.
Yeah. You've seen that whole times have changed from hip hop, eh? You've come from the era where there wasn't the internet to integrating into it, eh?
Yeah, like I was able to see when you had to press up physical CDs, like not even in sleeves, like real CDs, hard cases, barcode.
Putting beats on floppy disks.
Yeah, like
that was
MPC
before.
MPC saving my beats on the floppy disk.
Yeah.
Not
Jeffrey,
the floppy disk,
how-
but the hard disk. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you?
We're gonna leave that out there.
That's insane.
I'm an OG.
He's
I'm
an OG.
We
Young
put that
OG.
way.
Yeah, you. I was gonna say because I'm thinking I'm
I'm a-
26.
I'm a young
And
OG.
A floppy disk literally came out like I used a floppy disk like once in my life ever.
Right. So I got some years on you. You know what I'm saying?
Years in the game too.
But,
yeah.
but it wasn't like floppy disk. It was like the whatever came after floppy disk, the little hard disk, but they wasn't the
Mini
little
disk?
thin
like
floppy disk.
like a hard drive, like a USB thing.
No, it's a disc, but they wasn't
mini
floppy.
disc? Was it a mini disc?
No,
They was about, you know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the mini
No,
disc
yeah.
player, guys? Do you guys
No,
remember those?
he's talking. Yo, listen. He's talking about a floppy disk, but they're hard. They're not floppy at all. They're like a solid square.
Okay, so maybe before my time, they did have floppy disks that were floppy.
The skinny ones.
Like
What?
real skinny thin.
Oh, I never even heard of that.
That's
Okay,
whenever
yeah,
I was
yeah,
younger.
so-
I remember
So,
those.
so
But not for music.
your definition of floppy disk, yeah, I used them.
Yeah, it's
With-
a hard. Like it's literally a hard disk.
Yeah,
like a square.
MPC. Then after that, they went to compact flash cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what
Yeah.
some shit I think still have that shit on it right now, like
Yeah, like
cameras and shit like that.
Yeah, like micro SD cards.
Right. Hell yeah.
You can put them in your phone now. Now they went from being like a
There you
inch
go.
or a half an inch to like a tiny fucking
Tiny
little.
motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So now they're like, just everything goes from a cord now into the computer.
yeah,
And then,
yeah.
like, your-
Or it just stays on the internet.
what's
in a
your
cloud.
like your drum machine, bro? What's your favorite type of drum machine?
MPC. That's what I use. I don't use nothing else. I'm an MPC
Just
boy, like to the death.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it's analog or if it's a MIDI controller. Like this is an MPC, but in the concept of MIDI controller because it doesn't do anything. I have to use it with the computer.
Okay.
But the screen, what you see on the screen is what you see like since the first MPC. It's the same. The software is what has a different look, but the screen is the same.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm MPC to the death. Like,
Hell yeah.
yeah, then I like MIDI controllers. I got all kind of shit, but I like little compact shit because I be going all over the country and shit, getting money, making beats. So I got the little rope. See, I'm big be smoking over here, but you see, you got the Rolly. I don't know if y'all know about that, but this shit is like rubber. Like it's a man. I can't even explain it, but
And
it's
it's,
soft. It's like squishy, and you can play like you can slide
It's sensitive.
notes. Yeah.
Like
But
you hit it a certain amount and it'll go loud. You hit it quiet,
Right.
it goes quiet.
But if you use it with like regular VSTs, it's just like a regular MIDI controller. It only has the sensibility and sensitivity and shit like that with the programs that they make, the VSTs that they make.
Okay. So, are you born and raised in Memphis?
Yep. Born and raised in Memphis.
Top 5 Memphis artist.
Top 5 Memphis artists of all time or right now.
Oh, yeah. We'll go all time, but stay in hip hop.
Okay. All time. I'm gonna say I can't even separate them. So 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one.
It's off rip yet.
3-6 Mafia. Yo Gotti.
Yep.
Like I didn't even like him when he first came out, but I fuck with him tough now. Young Dolph.
Yeah.
Like I'm being honest.
He got a new album dropping tonight, apparently.
Yeah, Young Dolph. When he first came out, I didn't like him.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. It was like, no, I love him now. But I'm just saying, like when he first came out, I thought he was like a bootleg 2 Chainz, but he hard. Like he had to grow on to me.
Can I tell you something?
Not even bootleg. It was just that shit wasn't for me when I first heard it. But now like Dolph, this shit makes sense. Like it ain't even that. I think it's just that he didn't perfected his craft. You feel me?
Oh, he kills it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like he's come into his own sound so heavy, dog.
Mm-hmm.
So heavy.
The first time that
So we got 3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia.
Yo Gotti.
Yo
Young
Gotti,
Dolph.
Young Dolph. just because what he did and how monumental he was, Player Fly.
Okay, that's a name a lot of people on this podcast aren't gonna know. I'm hip to Southern music. I really I would say that my sound has been most influenced by Southern music, so I know a lot. I know a fair amount.
And I can't separate them. Last but not least, the OGs, A-Ball and MJG. That's my top 5 Memphis.
Yeah.
I fuck with a lot of the new artists, but they got some more time to have longevity, like you know what I'm saying. Some of the other artists I name, even Dolph, even Dolph is new generation, but Dolph has been he got consistent. A lot of work, like super consistent. He didn't work.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say like Dolph is like new generation as far as like on like a world stage. But Dolph has been making music for 15 years.
Right, for sure.
Right, he's been making music for a long time. So, you like a lot of the young cats coming out of Memphis, like NLE Choppa and Key Glock and Moneybagg and.
Yep, I
Jazzy
fuck with
Fizzle.
My nigga that his album just dropped in February. Deuce.
Deuce.
You
know Duke Deuce?
Yeah, I work. That's my partner. Like I got a record on his album on Memphis Massacre 2. I did Trap Blues.
Okay, Duke Deuce goes crazy.
Yeah, Duke Deuce go crazy. So I fuck with Duke Deuce on the new shit. Kivo Money, Pooh Shiesty just signed to Gucci Mane 1017, little bro.
Is that's Gucci's new guy?
Yeah, he just signed.
I seen a video of him in the studio, and they were all going crazy.
Yeah, he that's my guy, dog. So he just signed. We got plenty of shit already done, and more shit on the way.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I fuck with all of the new Memphis shit. Lil Migo, Trap Star. It's a lot of hard dudes coming out of them.
Yeah, no, man, Memphis. Like I think like in my opinion, Memphis is like sort of. Like between Memphis
Atlanta.
and Louisiana, like New Orleans. No, Atlanta's had its day now. Atlanta's kind of like they're not falling off, but they're like they're coasting now because they've got so much talent. Everything is there. They don't need to go as hard as some of these guys. You know what I mean? They don't have to do as much to stand out because they have all their resources right there. Everything is right there for them. So I say like Louisiana, Florida, and Tennessee have 3 of the hardest up and coming hip hop scenes in the world, man. Like when you think of the guys that are coming out of there right now and the amount of noise that's being made in those areas, bro, it's second to none. Yo, it's insane. Like it's just in the quality of the music and the energy and the vibe that it has. It's a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? It's not you can't duplicate it.
Right, you can't.
When something's from Memphis, it's from Tennessee, it's from there. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. That's
for sure.
That's fact.
Yeah, I definitely love the Memphis sound, man. When I first heard Young Dolph on Responsibilities on Head That Wears a Crown, Don Tripp's tape with Starlito, that song, I was like, I heard him, man, and I was like, what is this? And then it traveled like a little while traveled, and then I remember coming over to your house, Dylan, and you playing me some of this shit off Role Model, I think it was, man, and like ever since that day, I just like I was hooked.
I put SMAK on Young Dolph like.
Oh, bro,
not even the best young. That's how good Young Dolph is. That's not even the best Young Dolph tape at all.
Oh
like,
no.
Not even, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's a great tape, but I mean, he's just so good. Like.
Yeah.
He's got his own sound. He's like, and you're right. Like I kind of see where you're coming from now that I'm thinking about it. Where with him being like a bit of a 2 Chainz mock because, but like. It's like it's because he's like good at rapping, but he's actually mad funny too. Like he's funny.
Right.
Some of the shit he says, you hear it and you're like, yo, that's jokes. That's actually funny. Like he's rapping and cracking jokes at the same time. It's just so good.
And he says so much by saying so little. And a lot of people, I've played the music for people, and they're like, "Man, he's just talking." And I'm like, you don't get it though. I'm like, you know how like a regular listener, not even a rap fan listener, they listen to shit and they just don't even understand it because it's just like way over their head. I feel like Dolph has a lot of that fucking shit for people.
Actually, not to cut you off, SMAK, but just what you're saying right there, that exact reason right there is why I think that Memphis music and like New Orleans music is really taken off. is that like a lot of people don't really understand what they're saying, but the voice sounds so good with the beat that they don't even care anymore. Like those guys are popping not off their words a lot of the time. Like it's just like you can't not get going when you're listening to it. Like it's a whole different thing. Like it translates without actually having to translate as far as like words go. Like I feel like that exact thing you just said, SMAK, is why these scenes are starting to flourish and bubble to the top, is because it's like that you don't even have to really understand the lingo or what they're saying. You just like it just vibes so hard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the beats. Beat those drums.
Yeah.
Real.
What else are you working on?
Shit.
You're working on any Step Brothers 4? Any word on that shit?
Yep. Yeah, I don't got no dates, but yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on Christopher Chapter 2. I can give you that much.
Okay.
How did you originally link up with these guys? Like Starlito and Don Trip.
So Starlito, that came from Twitter. Like it started on Twitter. Like when Twitter first kind of started, I linked up with him some kind of way. He hit me back. I sent him some beats, and then he did. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, the Free at Last tape. It's a song when they're called "Let Me Hit That," and there was a jump that I did. Like you could tell that I just met him because like it even say produced by Beat Those Drums. Like that wasn't even my name. It was just. That's what he got from it. It had Beat Those Drums on the tag. It came from my email, which is beatthose_drums@gmail. So he thought Beat Those Drums. So that's where the relationship started. Then after that, you know, I kept sending him beats, but nothing else materialized. Then an artist, it happened a couple times. Maybe like a year apart, the artist came to me and wanted a feature. They knew I had did something with Lito, knew I had a relationship. They wanted to get a feature. So I reached out, did the feature. We got money together a couple times. And when we did the second feature that I got him to do, while I was at the studio, because I was in Memphis, he was like, you can pull up with the bread. So I pulled up with the bread, paid him for the feature. And when he dropped the feature, when he got done, while we was waiting on it to send to me, the session, we transfer. I was like, let me play some beats for you while we wait. We just sitting here, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I made some shit last night. I think you would sound good on it. So I sent it to him. And long story short, that beat that I played is the beat on Step Brothers 3, Do What I Gotta Do.
Do what I gotta do.
Yeah. So they dropped this shit right then, like all the way up until the hook. And then we left the studio. Lito was so like, they was actually finalizing the Karate in the Garage mixtape that day. So, like, after we did what we did, up until the chorus, them back-to-back verses, they went back and started putting the track list together for Karate in the Garage. So when we was leaving the studio, they were like, they was going to finish the song, and Lito was like, I'm pretty much sure that I know this is going to be on the album, so, like, give me your information. So I gave him all the information he needed right then, and the rest is history. Do what I gotta do.
Working ever since.
Yeah, not to mention Chef produced it. He got the weed and drive Uber. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. That's a line Starlito said, guys. If you guys have not checked out those tapes, man, Karate in the Garage was one of my favorite mixtapes that they did together. It was just like when they did the Dead Presidents beat, bro, like Trip just went in, man, and then Lito just comes in after, and it's just like, it's just amazing. For me, like, Don Trip is a lyricist, man. Like, the guy, same with Lito, bro. Like, in my opinion, those guys are just different types of lyricists. They're not rappity rap, you know? Like,
right. And they the totally, like, they're the best mesh. Like, the,
oh, buddy.
What do they say? Opposites attract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they so opposite, they complement, but they complement each other so well.
I got a question. What's the whole Craig? Where's that joke come from? Like, they call...
That's just them. Like, I think, really from, like, the Friday movie, but that's just...
Oh, it's
that's just
say that, yeah.
That's just them thing, though. Like,
right.
if you're in a circle, a nigga's gonna call you Craig. Like it's just like that's their thing. Like everybody around them, that's how they talk. They don't be like, "What's up, bruh? Hey, bruh.
What up, Craig?
No, hey, get bruh." No, it's hey, Craig. Tell Craig to come here. Like,
yo, that's
to an outside person, it sounds crazy, but when you around them, it's so normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, SMAK. That's like here people call people Randy.
Right. It's true.
That's like the same thing because it's just like it's something that just like picks up. But imagine Chefry comes up here, we're smoking and chilling, and then he just hears everybody start calling people like, "What's going on, Randy?"
Yeah, like he
Come
probably
over here, Randy.
He probably wouldn't know.
Like, is everyone here named Randy?
Yeah. I'll be like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? But that's something Trip and Lito started, and it's just that's their little lingo in amongst the family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
You ever watch Trailer Park Boys? You know what that is? Trailer Park Boys?
I haven't watched it, but I know what you're talking about. I ain't on Netflix.
Yeah, dog. Listen, we're from the East Coast of Canada, where it's made. You need to go check it out, bro.
Okay, I'll check
hilarious.
it out.
You have to.
It's like imagine if like it's just the hood, but in a trailer park with like,
white people.
With white people, yeah. Like
okay.
So it's like even more fucked up where it's like they're like hit licks on fucking gumball machines at the fucking movie theaters and shit. Yo, it's jokes.
Going
it's
down
so
to the
funny.
mall and fucking stealing the shopping carts and fucking this buddy steals the shopping carts, repairs them, and sells them back to the mall.
Damn.
Yeah.
And this is like some of these videos. You got to start from the beginning, bro, because it was originally filmed in like early 2000s. And
bro, it looks like our podcast.
Bro, it's
like,
just
Damn.
It looks like it's shot on webcams.
Yeah, man. But it's just so good, and it became such a huge thing up here. And like you said, you've seen it on Netflix, and it has transcended around the world, man. And it's actually something like Dylan talks about. Like, I'm super proud of that show. Like, you know what I mean? Not like it is it does have events in it that go over the top because it's entertainment, of course. But there's a very much a lot of truth that lives in that show.
It's almost even the things that go over the top. It's like all of those things happen here.
Yeah.
Just like they're just not as
like.
I don't know.
Like stealing fucking ATM machines and Buddy opens it up and gets the dye sprayed all over him. Like, you've heard that story happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's just just stupid, crazy shit. Just trying to get by, man. But yeah, man.
I'm gonna make sure I check that out.
Yeah, man. So
so you linked up with? How'd you link up with Duke Deuce?
Okay, Duke Deuce. How I hooked up with Duke Deuce. I was following. I had been, hearing about his music, so I started following him and keeping up with what he had going on. And
you follow him before or after? Yeah.
Before.
Before, okay.
Yeah, way before.
Yeah.
So I was following him and I noticed that he had a little thing. He was doing like verses for $500. So I contacted him and reached out and basically got him to pull up to my house studio, and I bought a verse for $500. Same thing like Starlito, pretty much, kinda. After we got done, you sitting here, let me play you some beats. You feel me? Let me give you $500 and let me play you a couple beats, bro. Like, if you don't like them, I'm gonna play a couple and you can go.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. I played him and he went crazy. You can go on my Instagram right now. See, I posted it sometime in February. Like, it was a year to the date. It was like a year after he came over my house and he heard the beat that he liked. 1 year and 1 day later, it was released on his album from the day that he came over. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
But that's how I linked up with him, and we just built a relationship from there. So I send him shit all the time. He reached out. We kicked it on numerous occasions on some other shit, like linked up in other cities and shit. So, but that's little brother, I fuck with him. Like, he gonna be major. Like, he already major, but he here to stay.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think that he kind of like fits in with that Memphis sound, but he's got like he definitely has his own sauce. You know what I mean? He's got his
Yeah,
own seasoning.
and he's so versatile. Like y'all haven't. Nobody's heard his full potential yet. Period.
Yeah, for sure.
Like period.
How old is he?
Young.
Young.
I think he 20. He might be 25.
23?
Right.
I don't know. Something like that. 23, 24, somewhere around in there. He not older than 25 though, for sure. I don't think. No, he's not. He can't be.
Crazy. But that's how it is, man. He's just grinding, bro. He probably been grinding for years too, right? You know, and starting to pay.
Oh no, he's 26.
Okay, so yeah. I knew he wasn't young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's still a young nigga though. He getting it in.
Oh, he's 27. Yeah, he's still young though, man. 27. I mean.
He's still young. Straight up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's crazy. It's just like I knew you did all the stuff with like Don Tripp and Starlito, and I seen the video with you in the studio with 2 Chainz. But like Deuce is somebody that's in my playlist active right now.
Yeah, so you probably heard my song Trap Blues.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yo, that's me on them motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
me and my partner Shroom. Shout out to Shroom.
Okay.
Right
did
on
that
that
jump together.
motherfucker.
Yes,
You
sir.
got another Memphis producer, or no, he's not from Memphis. He's from Nashville. That's really well known. That works with PRE. Is Bandplay. What's your relationship with him?
That's my homie. We ain't never met in person yet, but we chopped it up on Instagram and shit, and we got mutual friends that's real close. But that's coming. Chefry Kitchen time band play. That's coming.
Yeah, I love that shit, man. Bandplay and
it ain't nothing.
your
It ain't
shit,
nothing
man.
but something. It ain't nothing but a thing, man. Shout out to Bandplay though. We show each other love all the time. Big
Yeah.
salute.
Yes, sir.
I just see I'm on your Instagram right now, and I see you know he likes your stuff, so that's why I was just asking there.
Yeah, that's my dude.
What's the best barbecue spot in Memphis?
Best barbecue spot in Memphis. Oh man, you just did it right there. Let me see.
Top 3.
Top 3 interstate barbecue.
Okay.
Interstate barbecue, A&R, and if you want to be fancy, Rendezvous.
Okay. See, yeah, when I'm in Memphis, I'm gonna hit all them bitches because I'm big on barbecue, bro. I fucking love barbecue. I was touring down in the south, not last year, but the year before, and
Right.
we did a run through Texas.
Yeah.
Dog, I gained like 15, 20 pounds. I swear.
Straight barbecue, right?
Just barbecue, and like they don't like in Canada, barbecue is like you barbecue meat on a barbecue and you eat like salad and like other stuff with it. In the South, it's like, do you want your brisket with the fat or not?
Oh,
Like all the sides.
hey, you know what?
Pudding.
You know what? I'm gonna take Rendezvous off of there and I'm gonna put Wolf River brisket in place.
Oh really?
Yeah, Wolf River brisket.
They got a good brisket sandwich.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bro, they got some brisket. They got some brisket sliders that's so busting on biscuits, bruh.
Yes, sir. Oh my god.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. I like banana pudding. I like.
Not me. I don't fuck with that.
I'm allergic
Really?
to
What do you like?
bananas.
What are your barbecue sides? What do you like for sides?
For sides, I say potato salad, baked bean, fries.
What?
Yeah.
What about mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese, yeah. I fuck with mac and cheese, but I'm not just a big mac and cheese dude. Like I only eat like if I cook at home, I've never cooked mac and cheese.
Oh, really?
Right.
Is craft
I
dinner
cook
a big
like
thing down there too, or is this
Who?
craft dinner? Does that even exist in the States?
Yeah. Oh, that's where it's from.
crap.
Dinner like mac and cheese, like in the box.
Oh yeah. Kraft mac and cheese, Kraft by Kraft. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Yeah. We don't. That sound. I didn't know what Kraft dinner was, but yeah, I got you.
That's what we call it up here.
I seen a funny picture on the internet the other day. It was one of my boys from Chicago. He posted a picture of like this like super skinny bitch and a bowl of Kraft mac and cheese next door, and then a super thick bitch, and like a plate of like real mac and cheese, and he was like talking about like, you know what I mean? He's only gonna eat the fucking like the good barbecue mac and cheese.
Right.
Like, fuck you, man. We're eating both.
Yeah, right,
We're eating
exactly. No cap.
We're not picky. We're eating both for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the plan? Like, what's in the future for you? So you got some shit dropping with Deuce. What else is up on the menu for Chefry Kitchen?
I got some shit dropping with my partner Easton. We getting the artwork done right now. My partner Ari just got through mixing it. The coldest mix engineer.
Is Ari the guy that mixes the PRE and he just mixed Royce's The Allegory album?
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
Ari.
You think about that, eh? The two different sounds from PRE to a Royce album.
They just
the guy mixes.
they just show you how cold he is.
Yeah, it's
100%. And like the thing with engineering is like it's mathematical to a point, but every engineer just has their own like sauce and seasoning to make a certain sound better.
They got their own ear.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, I got that's what's coming next. Easton. Then I got my artist High Life Z. He got some new shit.
Z?
Yeah, High Life Z, the letter Z.
Okay.
We got some shit on the way. That shit in the oven. More shit with Deuce, more Don Trip. Like I said, we got Christopher Chapter 2 on the way. I ain't gonna say it's on the way, but we're working on it. Step Brothers for Life. Be on the lookout for new Starlito produced by Chefry Kitchen. We might give y'all a whole tape before the end of 2020 with me and Lito only. New Trapper Man Dale.
Shout out Trapper Man Dale. I love.
Yo, shout out.
Yeah,
shout out.
Him and Starlito.
Yeah, shout out my boy Trapper Man Dale. He got a junk coming. We doing the whole junk 2 this year. Mob Squad Nard doing a whole joint with him. Scotty ATL, I'm doing a whole project with him. 8Ball, I'm doing a whole project with him. 8Ball single will be dropping later this month or the beginning of May. I got a lot of shit on the works, man. I just got some shit sent out today to a whole lot of different people, man. From Tory Lanez to Meek Mills to Rick Ross, Ty Dolla $ign, Jeremiah, Wiz Khalifa. So it's a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? We just working, man. My motto is, how I do shit is I plant seeds, man. I plant as many seeds as I can, and
something's gonna grow.
Something's gonna grow, and that shit just comes when you least expect it. So you just gotta keep planting seeds, man. It's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying?
So you said you got some stuff coming with Scotty ATL.
Yeah, Scotty ATL. We 9 songs in.
Did he? Do I have it fucked up, or was he on a? Did he have something to do with B.O.B.?
Yeah, he used to be a member of Cool Club. I think they still cool. They still cool. No, not Cool Club. I'm tripping. Cool Club is Scotty ATL shit. Whatever B.O.B. shit was, he was a part of it. I can't remember what B.O.B. shit was.
I can't remember the group. Was it the A-List or something like that? But they had like a.
It wasn't a group. It was like B.O.B. had like a roster, like his own label.
Exactly.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah, he was Scotty. Yeah, Scotty was part of that. Yep.
You stay all that busy with all that work, and you still have time to give back to the up and coming producers on Instagram. And you.
Yep. Every Wednesday I do I go live on what's today? Wednesday.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, every Wednesday I go live on Instagram from 8 p.m. Eastern Central Time for about 2 hours. Sometimes shorter, sometimes a little longer. But I play beats, let producers send beats in, give feedback. I've been doing it for about 10 plus years. Past participants have been from anybody from Metro Boomin to my partner Long Star that produced for Eminem and a bunch of other people. Doughboy that's signed to Future. Doughboy used to be a participant. He used to play rap songs and he used to try to make beats. A lot of different people, man. My partner Knucklehead produced for August Alsina and a lot of other people, man. A lot of dope producers.
What's
Presley
up with
P.
August Alsina?
I don't know.
What's
I don't.
Man, he was going hard for a while, and then that shit happened where he like
Yeah.
had a seizure or some shit on stage, and then he just dropped off after that.
Yeah, he was hot. I don't know.
Man,
I don't know what
his
happened
music
to
was
him.
fire.
I don't know what happened to him, man. But some people, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe.
you gotta be
Go
built. You gotta be built for it, man. And built to last, because a lot of people come and go. They be hard, but they come and go.
Yeah, and I think that probably scared him because I think like they said that it was all work induced.
Like lack of sleep and all that, going too hard and
Taking
shit.
drugs and
Yep,
getting
and
drunk every night.
and not fucking drinking no water and just not living healthy at all. And that shit'll catch up with you.
Yeah, people would be surprised. Like, obviously, like, taking drugs and drinking is bad, but the bigger part of it is doing all those things while you're not taking care of your body in other ways, too. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to do it, like, you know what I mean? Wake up, eat breakfast, drink some water. You know what I mean? Go for a walk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get your body moving and get your brain working. Like, you can do drugs and you can drink and still like live like a relatively healthy lifestyle. You know
Right.
I mean?
You can't let this shit just be your life and
Exactly.
lose yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people do.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's like a detriment in the genre that we sort of take pride in. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people rap about it and glorify it a lot, and like, yeah, obviously, like it's a part of the culture and it's here to stay. There's no getting away from it. It's human nature to want to get out of your own head and take some drugs or like, you know what I mean, get fucked up. But it is something that does take a lot of promising and already legendary artists. You know what I mean? It's kind of a shame that more people don't take it serious. You know what I mean? That they don't like I said, like, take drugs if you want, live your life how you want. Just make sure that, you know what I mean, look out for yourself while you're doing it too.
Yeah, try to be healthy so you can live to see. Yeah, live.
Do you guys think it would be more beneficial if drugs were all legal?
I don't really know. Probably not though, because motherfuckers don't know how to act.
Yeah, and I think that it would make it. It's like one of those things where it's like
more people gonna OD.
Not even just OD, but more people are gonna get addicted and lose their lives in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's
right, even if it ain't OD.
Just spending all their money.
If the government controlled it, there wouldn't be any bad dough.
No, that's not the point, though, dog. Like, think about weed, right? So when they legalized weed in Canada, you've seen motherfuckers who have been for the past 40 years of their life bitching and complaining, saying put him in jail. We don't want weed in our communities, and now weed's legal, and all of a sudden they're a little more comfortable with it, and now they smoke some weed. Now they tried some weed. Think about if you legalize like coke, or if you legalize like even heroin, which is basically already prescribable, like through OxyContins and Dilaudids. But think about giving people accessibility is not the issue. It's about giving people normalcy with those things, and making them feel comfortable. Like, oh, okay, I'm just doing a little bit of coke. Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of heroin. When in reality, those people a lot of the time wouldn't have tried it if it wasn't normalized to them. If it wasn't something that
they make them feel like it's acceptable or something.
Exactly.
Where do you stand on the drink culture? Because that's super southern.
You talking about lean?
Yeah.
I don't fuck with it.
No.
You don't fuck with lean?
I've never tried it in my life.
Good for you.
Yeah, and I've had I've been around. I mean, I hang around a lot of bosses, so I mean, that shit ain't nothing. You feel me? Niggas have had pints on pints and pouring up everybody in the studio, and I like to drink. I don't drink alcohol either. Like, I done tried to drink before. I might even have a mixed drink or something to celebrate on a special occasion, but it's very rare. Like maybe once a year or something.
You don't like getting fucked up. You just like smoking weed.
That's it. That's all I do. I ain't never tried no other hard drugs. No nothing. No, I ain't never tried no other drug besides weed. Like in my life, no pills, nothing. I've never. I don't know what lean tastes like.
Says a lot about you too. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're somebody who's in a situation where you're constantly probably either being offered it, even if you're not being offered it, it's in your face.
It's in my face.
Around you is doing it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
it's so easy to just try it, but it's just there's just some you know what I'm saying. It's just me, man. I got a thing with it. I smoke my weed.
Yeah, leave
That's
him
it.
alone. Leave him alone. Let him
That's
cook.
it. That's it, man. Nothing else.
I find weed
I
is
don't knock nobody though. You know what I'm saying? To each his
no.
own.
Well, yeah, you can't really because you have to be. I mean,
Right.
accepting like
Straight up.
for some, so it works for some people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Some people live their whole life like that and manage to be super successful, super productive, and manage to not completely fucking throw their life down the toilet. It's just for the people that can't. You know what I mean? They end up sort of in a shitty situation. But I know what you're saying. That's good that you haven't like
Right.
got swallowed up by that.
I think a lot of it just appeals to the young generation and stuff because they see people and they don't have the responsibilities and like I know for you, bro, you're a father, right? So like
Yep.
to be a father and to it just I don't know, man. I know my own personal. I look at my son and like I don't want to be on drugs or on, you know what I mean. I want to be here, right? It just
Right.
is. And those young kids that see this culture and that it is glorified. We can't say it's not glorified, but it's all in how you interpret it, right? Like you got to have the knowledge to know what they're right, what you're watching or whatever. So,
Yep.
but I just seen new the new Don Trip video just dropped, and that was like a very family based video.
Yeah, bro.
How did that come about?
The video.
Yeah.
Shout out to Skits Pro. Skits Pro shot that video.
He does great work.
I don't know. He it's like it's okay. The people voice gonna always let you know what's up. So when they drop the album, the song, and you put the audio on YouTube, you're gonna always get a lot of feedback on YouTube because it's a platform where they can watch the whole music, hear the song from beginning to end, watch the visual, and leave a comment. You can't leave I don't think you can leave a comment on Apple Music or nothing like that. You feel me?
No, SoundCloud.
Yeah, SoundCloud. So on the response was just so big. Like people was like, we need a video. A lot of emotional comments where people say that made them cry. People that don't even have kids feel it. It's so relatable. It's so real. It's so what goes on in every day, all the time. So I was kind of adamant about it. Like, man, we need to do a video for that one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard. Like, what we gonna do? And me and Skits, we like. I fuck with Skits like for all of my shit, like my artists, any kind of video shit I need done, I use them too. So we'll rap not only when we around and we working with Trip. So we were just talking about it. We wanted to do something different, and we came up with the idea. Skits came up with the idea of just shooting fathers with their kids. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, you see a couple of women in there with their kids too, with the man with their kids, but you don't see a lot of black fathers with their kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not put out there.
It's just, it's just one of those things that hasn't been.
Right, but you know it goes on. You know it. It's dads, it's people that take care of their kids, but because that's what you're supposed to do. But in the black community, there's something that's really kind of stereotypical, and it happens a lot, and it still goes on. A lot of men don't take care of their kids. They just having babies and go on about their business and leave it up to the woman to fend for herself. You know what I'm saying? But when actuality, like that's your legacy. Like whether it's a boy, girl, that's your legacy. Like that's a whole human being that I brought into the world that depends on me to survive and to live and to teach and mold them into. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big responsibility, and it's a blessing, and it's priceless, man. It give you a whole nother drive, like never before. Like I don't see how it could be people that don't be in their kids' life. It's just I can't put my fingers around it.
So I think yeah, there's the stereotype, but I think it's more of it's like a socioeconomic issue too, right? Where it's like people who come from a situation like that, a lot of the times
repeat the cycle.
history repeats itself. That's right. So it's not like it's like a thing where it's like, okay, well, you come up where everybody around you is low income and you are struggling day to day, and like everybody has like the male role model in their life maybe at the start tried some things that sort of went south, and then they kind of gave up on everything, and then it just creates this huge socioeconomic wave of people in that situation repeating the cycle and not being active in their kids in their kids' lives. And it's not necessarily a shot at them as like who they are deep down as a person, but it's like it's more of a representation of how severe the situation is. Do you know what I mean? How let down people can feel, and they kind of run from the problem. It's like you feel it's like feeling defeated. It's like
right.
When you feel defeated, you're like, okay, well, I'm out of here then, because I don't even want to try anymore, because all I've ever seen is people lose at this game.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Well, you see, you come up. You're a product of your environment, right? What you see is what you know, and if you see that happen before you don't really know any better, right?
You don't know what to do to change it.
Right, until you get
until you learn to change
proper
it.
education and proper. I mean, like people, you have to fail. Like it's not saying that like leaving your kids or whatever is right or whatever, but like people have to go through these certain things in life in order for you to get it at a certain time because of what you've come from, if that makes sense.
Well, exactly, because it's like I grew up. Like I know my dad, obviously, and me and my dad have a bit better of a relationship now than we did. But I grew up a large part of the younger portion of my life with my dad not being around, with him being in and out. So like, it's actually like put me in a position where it's like now, because I haven't learned how I would take care of kids, but I've learned how I wouldn't take care of kids. So it's like now it makes me not want to have a kid until I learn, because I know that I could end up in that same situation where I get overwhelmed, and now I don't ever want to be home. I want to be out doing what I want to do, kind of deal. You know what I mean? So like I can relate to that, where it's like I got lucky in the sense that I didn't fall victim to it, and that I've kind of like kept myself busy with other things and gotten lucky in a few certain situations. But it's definitely like I can just see, even from a bystander's point of view, like. It's not as cut and dry as people make it sound.
Right.
It's not like, you know what I mean? Like being a father is a very large responsibility, bro. And I'm sure you obviously both of you can attest to this. But it's like a good portion of your life gets consumed with that.
Oh hell yeah!
So I can see how it might be a situation that somebody wants to run from. It's a scary amount of responsibility. And if you're fucking up, your kids are going to be even harder to deal with, so it's even more of a responsibility. Do you know what I mean? So once you make a certain amount of mistakes, like I see why motherfuckers just, all right, I'm good, like I'm done. You know what I mean? Like I fucked this up beyond repair, and now I just got to get away from it. So I know I kind of understand it in a way. Like obviously I think it's cowardly. I think it's bullshit, but. Like I'm also not naive. Like I know that anybody can be in that situation. You know what I mean? Like myself included, where it's like I'm lucky to be aware of the repercussions. If you aren't aware of the repercussions, then like it's a super easy trap to fall into.
Right.
Right on. Do you remember the first hip hop album you ever heard?
I can remember the first hip hop, the first rap song I bought. A CD? Yeah. What was it? It wasn't the end. It was a 3-6 Mafia. 3-6 Mafia album. I can't remember which one it was. The one where they standing outside. Mystic Style. That's the first CD I bought.
I remember hearing 3-6 Mafia for the first time when I was like 12 years old, man. Mystic Style. My mama found that shit in the closet and played it and threw that shit away. It was like, you did not. I think that's like a classic story because I have a story like that too, man. Because my fucking grandmother found an Eminem CD of mine, and she fucking played it, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?
What the fuck?" Man, my mama was like, "What the fuck is this? How did you get this? Like, no way."
Yeah, it was a burnt CD. Remember those days? Fucking LimeWire. what was it before LimeWire? Napster.
Yep, Napster.
Holy.
Man, it's
How,
so yeah.
how times have changed.
Yeah.
So,
Real shit.
anyways, well, we might as well just wrap her up here, buddy. We really appreciate your time.
Man, you already
appreciate
know.
showing love and coming back and doing the reshoot. For those who are watching this, like, we had already shot one of these. We had a couple technical difficulties, as is the case with this podcast. Seems to be.
Yep.
But Chefry came through and did another interview with us, and now we got, like, the first one was 17 minutes. We were ready to put that out. Now we got like 45 minutes of content and a real good conversation. I felt like this was a good one.
Yeah, I had to make sure it did the justice, man. First time my phone gave out of space. We good this time, though, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's go. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for
man. I appreciate y'all.
Supporting us.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. For real.
So before we go, where can everyone find you? You got Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Plug all your shit, bro.
Yep. Everybody can find me on Instagram at Chefry Kitchen. That's Chef RY Kitchen. Two names. Chefry Kitchen. First name, last name. Facebook is gonna be Chefry Kitchen also. Twitter is gonna be Beat Those Drums. That's my tag. Everything spelled correctly. And YouTube is gonna be Chefry Kitchen also. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And you can find all that right down there. We're gonna put that in the description, so you'll be able to follow in on everything and show them some love for showing some support.
And if you want to check me out a little more in depth, make sure you log on to chefrykitchen.com. You know what I'm saying? You can find beats. Yeah, you don't even got to go to my YouTube page. Go to chefrykitchen.com. We got YouTube on there, everything. Beats, artists, bio, what's coming, what's to come, what became, beat tapes, everything. Go on there.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Place your order, man. You hear me?
Place your order.
Yeah,
Awesome.
go get that shit.
Beat Critique Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time.
Yep. Tune in tonight, man. Every Wednesday, man. Yeah. Kitchen on Fire, man. It's your boy Chefry Kitchen, man. Y'all already know what to do, man.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in. This has been another episode of the 506 Hip Hop Podcast. My name is Lucas. This is my boy.
SMAK Shade.
And we appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope we're shining a little bit of light on a dark situation that everybody's going through right now. So thank you so much for the love and support. Like, subscribe, comment, leave us some feedback. Let us know how you're feeling about the podcast. Let us know if there's somebody you want us to get on the podcast, and we'll do everything that we can to get them on here. Again, shout out to Chefry Kitchen for supporting and doing the podcast with us. And this has been another episode of Quarantine Talk, man. We appreciate y'all, and salute, man.
This is gangsta only section, only gangsters in it. Not a gangsta, all baby, still with the monkey. This is gangsta party, yeah, I'm sipping, no